I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. I'm at NYSE West in San Francisco, and joining me today is Mike Jackson. He is managing partner at Earthshot Ventures. Mike, it's wonderful to have you here.
Thanks for having me here. Excited to be here.
Great. Now, I'm looking forward to chatting, but before we do that, just a quick note to viewers. This interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Mike, talk to me about your focus. What types of companies do you invest in? Who are some of your portfolio companies?
Sure. So we're an early stage venture capital fund. We invest in companies really focusing on the climate problem. Over the next couple of decades, many sectors of the economy are going to shift from a fossil fuel driven industry to one that's much more renewable and sustainable. And so we see that across energy, across electric vehicles, across food and agriculture. And we've supported amazing entrepreneurs in all of those different areas.
All right, now, what sets you apart in your space? How is your firm bringing value to its portfolio?
Sure. I think for us, it comes down to a philosophical difference. I think we try to think about our firm perhaps a little bit more like a network and a little bit less like a couple of folks just bringing their own experience to the table. When we think about finding the most interesting companies from around the world, when we think about how we evaluate those sorts of companies and how we can ultimately help them, I can't always think that it's just going to be me or my team who are going to be the folks who are able to do that. And so we really try to surround ourselves and our companies with a broad network of other companies. My co-founder and I, Don Lippert, have invested between the two of us in about 200 companies across the climate ecosystem. And so that gives us this really broad expanse of folks who've been through what companies who we're investing in are seeing, who've seen successes, who've seen failures, and we try to bring those to bear to help this kind of next wave of entrepreneurs be successful.
Now tell me, how has the economic downturn affected the VC sector?
Yeah, so for us, it's been interesting to see because climate hasn't been as affected as the broader tech ecosystem. There was a surge of funding that occurred over the last couple of years. And I think what people are realizing is that these problems around climate are not going away. And at the same time, we're getting better and better at solving them. When I first got interested in the climate problem back in college, it was sort of a David versus Goliath type of industry of the environmentalists kind of against the big fossil fuel companies. And what I think has become clear to everybody in the meantime, and especially over the last 5 years or so, is David's winning. And David's very likely going to win in this market. And that's just starting to attract a tremendous amount of talent. It's attracting a tremendous amount of investment into the space. And it's just a really exciting time to be investing in our sector.
Are there any trends that you're seeing in venture capital this year?
Yeah, I think what's been fascinating to see over the last couple of years has been as folks have left general tech companies, tech venture capital funds, and focused on this space, we're seeing the intersection of all this interest in climate, all this knowledge of the science and the technology, meeting with these other technology trends in computer vision and artificial intelligence and other areas. And where those two parties kind of come together, those strange combinations produce some really innovative solutions. And those are the types of companies that really get us excited.
All right. Well, Mike, wonderful to talk with you.
You as well.
Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk.
Thank you.